Morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. You are now tuned in to Coffee and Chat with Harrison Family Vlogs. How you doing? I haven't had a chance to pour my coffee yet. Sometimes when it's in the Contigo, the steam gets like all up in the, it just gets trapped. And then when you open it, it releases and it like splurts. So give me a second. I hope it doesn't do it on. All right. I'm good. Got to pour my coffee. So what are you guys sipping on this morning? Of course, I got my hazelnut with my dark roast Javaya coffee. No, actually, today's McDonald's McCafe dark French roast with my hazelnut creamer. As you guys know, I like my creamer with a little bit of coffee. I have my coffee light and sweet. And no, not necessarily like how I like my women. I just like light and sweet coffee. Yo, that video was kind of crazy back in the day. That little girl was on the plane, and that person was asking, like the stewardess asked the little girl, "How you like your coffee?" And that little girl was like, "I like it dark, like my men, or black. I like my coffee black, like my men." I was like, "Yo, what kind of black and white 1950 movie was this?" Can everybody hear me clearly? Let me know if you can hear me clearly. We're going to have a nice, interesting talk, lighthearted conversation. Nothing too crazy, nothing too serious. I do want to talk about it. I do want to talk about politics. And I'm not going to lie. This video was motivated. I said motivated because it's kind of, you see the pun. It was motivated by Nicole. So she was one of the motivators. And my boy, Real Talk 87. So, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about politics and just have a lighthearted conversation about it. So it's going to be a nice talk. And I'll give you guys my position on it. And I think many of you guys may already know my position, but I'll give you my position. But before I do that, I want to read to you guys something. In America, right, evangelicalism, Christians play a huge role in the optics of politics, right? When we think of Republican, we think predominantly of Christians because, they're the party of evangelicals. Whatever. But what it really is, it's not really Christianity, it's Americanism. I'm a Christian and I'm not a Republican. Nor am I a Democrat. And we'll talk a little bit about that too. What's up, Life with Melly? How you doing? Oh, wait. So I know in the chat I shouted you guys out, but I guess let me do it officially. Intrigued by Neek. First one here. Thank you so much for being here, sis. We got my boy, Real Talk 87. We got Ruth from You Can Talk Your Way to Healthier Relationships. If you have not gone over to her channel and viewed her videos, please do so. Great content, especially if you are a morning person like I am. We have Life with Melly in the house. And my boy, Harry Z's community. Harry Z, what's going on? Good morning. My mother just stepped in. What's up, mommy? How you doing? What are you guys sipping on this morning? What morning drink or what adult beverage, depending on what time of day it is where you are? What are you guys sipping on? I got my coffee and I'm ready to go. All right. I'm going to read to you guys. A lady that I know posted this. She's white. And she's a Christian. I'm going to read to you. This was a post. It looks like it's on Twitter by Beth Moore. Beth Moore is a leading Christian speaker. I've heard of her. I don't really follow her much, but I know of her. She says in her tweet, incalculable damage was done by marrying evangelicalism to republicanism. Same would be true if it had been the Democratic Party. My generation is the elder child of this unholy marriage, and we are so deeply indoctrinated, we see them as one flesh. No, the church is married to Christ alone, and I agree with that. All right, I agree with that. If my faith does motivate my voting, it's definitely not because Republicans told me that they're Christians and I should vote for them because they are Christians. Or it's definitely not going to be because the Democrats say that they are looking to provide the needs, the basic needs of everybody. And that's definitely not just, you know, like me, I'm a complicated person. And I don't really, and if you guys know me, like, I'm not one to just go with the flow. I'll receive all the information I can receive, and I dissect it and research as much as I can so that I am fully informed. So, which is why I cannot claim to be Democrat or Republican. U.S. politics is extremely weird because politics in America is really all about populism. Is that a word? Because if not, let's say it enough so that the lexicon, the dictionary would put that word in. Populism. I'm going to research that because it makes sense to me. But yeah, but it's all really based on who's popular and who's not popular. You know, again, out of 300 million Americans, these two are the top choices for each political party. So, and I don't ascribe, and people get mad at me for saying this. I don't do that whole lesser of two evils thing either. Okay. Real Talk and Mo did a video, not encouraging, but telling people if people choose not to vote, back off because that's their right. Now, here's the thing. People have the right to vote. If they have the right to vote, they also have the right not to vote. Does it make them any less American? No. It makes them a human being, an individual, and claiming, listen, I don't like none of these people, so I can't be forced to vote for any one of them. All right. This whole lesser of two evils is still voting evil. I'd rather not vote evil, right? I'm not saying I'm not voting. What I'm saying is if somebody chooses not to vote, that's none of your business. They should be able to have that right not to vote. And so, and yeah, there was a good point that you guys made in the video. People didn't die for people's right to vote, right? Especially, for, black, these wars, like the Civil War wasn't fought for our right to vote. The Revolutionary War, the Korean War, all these wars, they're not fighting for my right to vote. Legislation was passed that gave me my right to vote. There were people in the freedom fighter in the 60s and all that stuff that gave me the opportunity to vote. But if I don't like both candidates, I'm not going to vote. And I have that right not to. Does that make me any less American? No. Because the America can still control where I go, what I do, how I do it, because I was born in this geographical area of the planet. So they tell me I'm an American because I was born here. Let me give you guys a little bit of insight about my view, okay? I'm a Christian. Because I'm a Christian, I believe that I'm a child of the kingdom of God, right? And because I'm a child of the kingdom of God, I don't really have complete loyalty to anything on this planet as far as like systems that are established. Governmental structures, systems. I don't claim 100% loyalty to anything, okay? Because in America, in politics, if you're born here, you got to be loyal to your country, and that's your Christian duty to do so. Unless it's a candidate that was voted in from a political party that you don't align with, then it's your religious duty to speak up against it. Inconsistency. You're inconsistent. But here's the thing, right? If I was a Christian and I lived in China, in a communist country, according to that argument, because I have to be loyal to my government, because I'm a Christian, I have to be loyal to my government in China. That means I got to be loyal to the communist leader and the structure there in China. Here's the thing about that. Because I'm a child of God, I believe that I'm a child of the kingdom of God, and that supersedes everything, right? My loyalty is not to you who is an American. My loyalty to those who claim to be children of God, who are in the kingdom of God, right? Because that's the superseding kingdom over all things, right? So my loyalty is to people, not necessarily to a system. And you don't have to be born in this geographical area of the world for me to be loyal to you. You're a human being. I'm loyal to you. I love you, and I want the best for you. Right? You don't have to be an American to do that, right? So, I'm missing. I'm missing some stuff. What I miss? You can talk your way. Facts. What's up, Harry? Amen for either party. Amen for either party to think that they follow the word or are in full alignment with Christianity is ludicrous. I agree. They're not. So people have the right to vote, but this specific election is kind of crazy. First off, I'm gonna say it. We have 2 clowns running for government, like running for president. I'm gonna say it, right? And it's like we have to choose from Homie the Clown and Pennywise. All right? They both are going to abuse us. They're both going to be hitting up outside our head, and some may kill us, but we really have to choose. We don't have the cream of the crop, right? And I'm sure many of you guys saw that debate about 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. It wasn't anything other than organ measuring and trying to prove who was the biggest crook. So the truth is, we're going to wind up voting in somebody who is immoral, who is incompetent, and who is seeking power into office. So if people don't want to vote, they have the right not to vote, and they shouldn't be made to feel bad if they don't vote. Now, am I saying I'm not voting? No. All right. I'm going to go in and I'm writing in the write-in ballot Andre Harrison for president. And I will put a team of people around me to help me run this nation, because I don't know everything. And I need good people around me to help me run this country the way it's supposed to be run. And not necessarily the way I want it run, but the way the American people want it run, so I can be a servant. The thing with politics is this, right? It's all about power chasing. People want power, and they think that if they have a position such as mayor, governor, president, they have power. And in essence, they do, because it's the people that give power, right? We say you're the president. We put you as our leader. We vote you in, so you have the power, right? But people aren't looking to serve the American people. They're looking to serve themselves, okay? In the debates, one thing that I heard from both sides, Biden says, I am the Democratic Party. I was like, whoa, hold your horses, Joe. Chill, Joe. No, you're not. You're not the Democratic Party. Neither is Trump, the Republican Party. But, as president, I guess they speak for them. What's up, Todd? What's going on, bro? But, yeah, it's crazy. In a couple of days, we're going to have the same president for the next 4 years, or we're going to have Joe Biden, who was the vice president. And both scare me. Both scare me. I'm just as scared as I was 4 years ago between Trump and Hillary Clinton. Just as scared. Just as scared. So what do you guys think about this whole election process this year, 2020? Like, what do you guys think of it, right? We've had a crazy, crazy, crazy year, right? We've had pandemics. We had, Sean Connery. 2020 ain't playing. James Bond, the first Bond, went to meet Jesus. Like, crazy. Flat Earth, Alaska, what's going on? Do you really believe the Earth is flat? And do you have evidence to prove your case? Let me know. 2020 isn't playing. Sean Connery? And I used to think, like, for a while, I was like, where has he been? Like, where has he been? Sean Connery. Crazy. Yeah, Shake and Not Stir. They took that out of it. They took that out of the new Bond. But, yeah. Yeah, man. Dang, Sean Connery. Whew. 2020 ain't playing. So 2020 is the year that it has been, right? And now we're going into the elections. And I'm the type of person that like to that tries to look at things from an eagle's eye point of view, right? I try to remove myself from situations, how I feel about things, and just look at things, right? And I think that God allows certain things to happen so that we can be informed and we can see things, right? In America, things aren't easy right now. It's not as bad as it has been in certain time periods in the past, but it's not easy for us right now. And 2020 has been a whirlwind of craziness, and it's closing out with the election, right? And I think that this was an opportunity for the American people to get things right. And I think that no matter who we vote in, we're still going to make things worse. Or who we vote in again. I wish, Ruth says, I wish people would stop relating political party to Christianity. Whoever gets voted in, I think the world will still be divided. I agree. And there's a reason why. Here's why it's always going to be divided, Ruth. The person who gets voted in, right, the whatever party gets voted in, the other party will try to fight against. That's why I love that ad that the two governors in Utah who's running for office, they said in the ad, and I love this, love it. They base their campaign not on bashing the other, because no matter who wins, the other candidate is going to help that elected official make their state better. And that's the whole thing about politics. The reason why I don't trust politics is because the other party in the presidential elections, even Congress and all that stuff, they will not reach across party lines to help the American people. That's the whole thing, right? Like, let's say if Trump loses the election, will he commit to continue helping the Joe Biden, if he's elected, to make America a better place? If not, then he should have never been president. We got to stop electing people to office who, if they lose the election, will stop trying to serve the American people altogether. And that's what's happening. Like we have people that just want to, like, that's how divided America is. If I was to run against Ruth, if I was to run against you, Ruth, right, and you win, Ruth, it's the same thing as me saying, "Oh, she won, whatever. I hope she fails. I hope she, brings the country down to ruins." And that's what's happening in politics today. Why are we voting people like this in office? Why are we voting people like this to represent us in the Senate, in Congress? Why are we doing that? Right? Why? I think the most important elections is the Congress, is the Senate, is the city council and state senates and all that stuff, and mayor and governor. I don't think that the presidency is the most important election, but we make it that way. But yeah, I just, it's crazy to me that we live in a system like this. All right, Alaska says, but I also have information on the presidents. Yeah, please do share if you have it. I would appreciate that. Presidents are selected, not elected. They are all secret society called Freemasons. We can get into that, but I don't want my channel shut down, and I don't want secret society showing up at my house at night, creeping through the windows, and dousing me with chloroform and taking me away to torture me to get answers on how I know so much. I sort of like my life a little bit. But I feel you, Flat Earth. I have my thinkings on things like that. Like, I have my thinkings. I think, yeah. But, we could probably have a separate conversation. Like, I'll fly to Alaska, and we can meet in a remote location in the middle of an iceberg somewhere where there's no speakers, shut our phones off in the whole nine, and talk about it. We could talk about it. All right. If Trump loses, I think he'll be a sore loser. I don't think he'll lose, though. I don't think he's going to lose either, to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's going to lose. And I'll explain why I don't think he's going to lose. Take what we want to be important. Yeah. Well, it's not. Congress is more impactful. Agreed. Presidents are temporary. Wu-Tang is forever. Staten Island, Shaolin, Wu-Tang is forever. You're crazy. Dre, LOL, I agree with Flat Earth, Alaska, but I don't talk about that because I'll anger a lot of people. Yeah. Corona was planned? Well, yeah, because, like, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. All right. So, but yeah, so the reason why I think Trump is going to win is because how the electoral college works. Okay. Now this is just, I don't know how to call it, but political science, right? We think that the popular vote is going to always work, and it doesn't. We have the majority of people living in city centers, the majority of minorities living in city centers, right? The electoral college exists to help the middle states with less population to have a say also in who's going to be president. So we have like, let's say there's 13.4 million African Americans living in America. The majority of them live in city centers, in city centers. So let's pick Chicago. Let's pick because let's say Illinois, New York, California, and let's say Georgia. Let's say those 4 states, right? Let's say the majority of black people live in those states because the majority of black people in America are concentrated in city centers, right? To protect the states like Arkansas, no, not really Arkansas. Let's say Idaho and all that stuff to have them have a say. They have the electoral college, right? The reason why the electoral college is the way it is, and why I think Trump is going to win is because he has a huge support in these middle states with less population, but also have equal say in who's going to be president. The only way the electoral college will change in favor of people of color and their needs is if people move out of these city centers that's concentrated and live and spread out across America to affect the electoral college vote. And that's it. Unless that happens, it's always going to be this way. If Trump loses, what are you going to do? If Joe loses, what are you going to do? That's my pro. Yeah. Like, there's nothing we can do. I'm still going to be living in this country. I'm still going to pray for the president, no matter who it is, because I don't care who it is. I want whatever president that's sitting in that seat in the White House to be successful, because ultimately I will be successful. You'll be successful. So at least that's the goal. Vaccines are chemicals and heavy metals and aren't designed to heal anything. It's designed to harm us. Good morning. What's up, Caddy C? What's going on? Thank you so much for coming through. Yeah. So yeah, vaccines. We could talk about that at another show though. I want to try to stick on the politics though. I'm going to try to stay on the politics in the 2020 election. And another thing about the election, right? How people behave. And I'm going to say like how Christians, I'm embarrassed by how Christians behave when it comes to elections, because they really do put Americanism over their faith in Christ, And I think a lot of times because they think it's one and the same, and it's not. Christ didn't come and die so that America can be the most amazing country in the world. He died so that individuals like you and I can be saved and have a relationship with God, and we can grow in our faith in Him. Not so that America can be the most amazing country in the world. That's not why He died. It's not. Sorry. It's not. So, people don't know how to act when it comes to politics. And it's even worse than religion. It's worse than religion in America, because people get ugly, nasty, irate, especially now. People are losing friends. You have coworkers not talking to each other anymore, refusing to work on projects with this progressive or this racist conservative. Like, it's crazy how politics can be so divisive. And it's divisive because those who we elect in office are the ones who are dividing us. Or change the electoral college ability to influence the election. Moving out is like putting bubble gum on the crack. Let's get right. But here's the thing about the electoral college. I get it. Because if the electoral college didn't exist, right, you'll have maybe 3 or 4 states, 5 states, 6 states, less than 10 states, right, really choosing who's going to be the president. It'll be based on the states with the most population who's going to really choose the president. So I understand the purpose of the electoral college. And I don't necessarily disagree with the electoral college. I don't. Because how the United States is comprised. You have 50 states. each state is quasi-sovereign in a sense, right? They govern themselves. So if you have 50 states, it's not fair for 10 states to have all the power and the other 40 states not to have that same share in the power. So I get the purpose of the Electoral College, okay? What we don't understand is how the Electoral College works. And we don't understand it because we live in states like New York that's extremely populated. And, you know, in America, in each state, whoever is elected based on the popular vote. The governor is elected based on how many votes he gets in the state, not how many votes, how many districts in his state, you know, elected him. So that's how it is. So it's hard for us to understand. So I see the purpose of the Electoral College. And honestly, I don't think that it would be right to get rid of the Electoral College, because the truth is, if we got rid of the Electoral College, there will always be a Democrat in office. There'll always be, because, you know, a lot of the bigger states have large city centers with a large population of low middle class and low income families, a lot who will vote for democratic policies that allow for Americans, middle class, to be taxed at a high rate to cover these programs that help them get free things. Do I disagree with that? These programs? No. People need a way to get up and get out. But it's deep. It's deep. The government is also here to enslave us. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm a child of the kingdom of God, right? So I believe that I should be able to go anywhere in this universe and be fine, and not have to be checked at borders and present if I want to go to Pluto, I want to go to Pluto without needing a passport. But if I wanted to go to another planet, would I need to be present what kind of passport would that be? I don't know. I don't think they thought about that yet. They're going to have to start thinking about those kind of things. Money was created to enslave us. Yeah, money is definitely a construct that the government tells us, dictates to us. Big facts, and I'm sickened by how the House of Faith is acting with politics. I agree, bro. States need to make it appealing for people to move there, just like they do for businesses. Yeah, I agree. It's also divisive because some liberals want to attack their friends for being conservative instead of respecting their right to choose. I mostly see conservative hiring to defend their position. I agree. Like if I was to say I agree with Trump on this, my people that I love will come at me because I'm not gonna lie. There's some things that Trump, I can sort of rock with, right? And if I say that, how could you? Because this specific thing I agree with. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, what? Like, I like this. Like, I don't necessarily demand Trump, but what he did here was kind of dope. Fun fact: the first money was stone clay tablets 5,000 years ago. All right, and he's out here just spitting facts or spitting his information. Oh, word! If you guys are here and you're watching, right, hit that like button, please. I would greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button. Smash it if that's what you're into, Peter McKinnon style. Hit that like button, guys. I would greatly appreciate it. As I pour my finish up my coffee. So, I'm not going to ask you guys who you're voting for, all right? But how do you guys feel about this election? Like, how do you guys feel? Like, as an American, how does what's happening make you feel? How does having to vote either for Trump or for Biden make you feel? Because voting any other party would honestly be a waste of vote, because we know that this country is built on a two-party system. Unless you go in and write in Andre Harrison for president, and we can bring change to this nation together. That's a slogan, guys. Bringing change together. Ooh, 2024. Andre Harrison for president. Bringing change together. All right. And my first rally is going to be at Morehouse College, where my son goes, because I'm a Morehouse dad. All right. And we're going But did you pray about it? Merchandise there for you guys to purchase and support the run for presidency. Let's do it. Yeah, do we really have control? We really don't. We don't have control of what's going to happen with politics. Like, you know, like what would happen like if somebody was to just like forget all the ads and all that stuff and just encourage people to write their name, like, you know, just encourage their people to write their name in the write-in ballot. Like, that would totally tip the scale of political power in America. Like, that would show that America is really ready for change. If they can rock with somebody who is not Democrat or Republican and vote that person into office. This way, the Republicans and the Democrats are forced to work together to get things done, because it'll expose this. If both parties choose not to work with the independent or nonpartisan president, it exposes how evil and divisive this nation really is and the politics really is. If a person who isn't Democrat, who isn't Republican, gets voted into office, that would be eye-opening and exposing. Gotta be a Freemason first. Wait, you gotta be a Freemason to be president? Is that true? Regardless of who vote, we won't be satisfied. Nobody will. Unless you vote for Harrison 2024. All right. Let's do it. Harrison for president. I ain't gonna be president. I ain't got the heart for it. There's no greater joy in the world than to be an influencing factor to children, seeing them grow up. I would rather be a part of a child growing up to be president instead of me being president myself. Unless my son, like, you know what? Nathaniel, Isaiah, or Gabriel, one of them are going to be president. I'm going to groom them now to be president of the United States. Yeah. And I love people, but I'm not like I am a people person, but I'm the type of people person that want to serve you. But if I don't agree with you, I don't agree with you. And I think we live also in a very sensitive space where tolerance is preached, but 100% tolerance isn't necessarily practiced. We're in that political space too, where I can believe something, you can believe something different, and because I believe what I believe, and you think that what I believe is bad, then you hate me for it. But then you, who practice intolerance or preach tolerance, is now being intolerant of my views. It would be nice if everybody could just have their views, be able to talk about it, like, you know, back in the day, how philosophers used to sit in the city square and just talk. I wonder how many fights broke out, or were they just truly trying to understand each other's perspectives so they can build up their argument. Like, one thing I love is, what's up? Thank you for coming through, Shanita. All right. It's now 10:33. We started at 10 a.m., but it's all good, sis. It's all good. I'm just glad you're here. Randy Watson for president 2021. Who's that? Let us know who Randy Watson is. I got to write him in. If we vote for you, Dre, we still won't be satisfied because you will forget about us small YouTubers. Yo, first off, if I get voted in, I'm vlogging the whole experience. I'm doing a daily vlog from the White House. That's what I'm doing. Right? And I'm doing collabs with all of you guys. All right? And then I'm going to do a collab with Todd Banks. Like, Todd, I need some political theme music. All right? Let's do a live stream right now, and let's create this beat together. All right? Okay. Got you. All right. I know why JFK was really shot. Yeah. All right. He was in the closet. He was in the closet shaking the table. Ross Pert. You know what? I'm surprised you started on time. Yo, all right, guys, can you guys let Shanita know? All right. There was only 2 times since me doing coffee and chat that I started late. One time I was at the DMV. excuse me. The second time, I started on time, but Streamlabs did not connect with YouTube to start it on time. You know what? Why am I even answering to you, Shanita? Why are you bothering me? Stressing me out this fine Saturday morning. Yo, it's cold. I woke up to 30 degrees this morning in New York. We'll change the national anthem. That's right. Let's rewrite it. This message is, I believe children. Yes. Yes. All right. Rest in peace, Whitney Houston. So I forgot what I was getting at. I was going to talk about something about politics. Man, I lost my train of thought. I love you, Shanita. You're lucky I love you. I'm going to let you talk your mess. Oh, my life is near is here too. Ha. Did you guys plan to come on and bother me? Is that what happened? You see this Life with Melly? What up, Nia? So, back to the politics talk. I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah, just politics is funny. You know, I think Trevor Noah is the funniest when he talks about politics, right? And Trevor Noah is, if you guys aren't familiar with Trevor Noah, he's the Daily Show host who took the place of, what's his name? Oh, I forgot that comedian's name. But he has a very decent, balanced view of politics. Probably because he's South African, so he's not from here. So he can be as objective as he wants. Americans, we're subjective. He's talking about Randy. Okay. All right. Got you. All right, I'll write his name in. Let's see if he wins. But yeah, it's 30 degrees up here. Crazy. Yeah, so I think Trevor has a decent approach. So I watch him a lot because he's balanced. I could tell he leans a little bit more on the Democratic side than others, but he's able to acknowledge certain things that people who are Republican do that's right. And I think that because we claim a political party, we can't look at the positives that the other party or the candidate of the other party does. Like 8 years ago, Republicans could not point out one good thing that President Obama did. Today, Democrats can't point out one good thing that President Trump did. And I think that we become brainwashed as Americans to think like Democrats or like Republicans or think like how we should think according to what they tell us. Man, it's crazy. But Flat Earth, let me ask you a question. What information do you have about both candidates? Maybe that will help us out with our voting. What do you know about both candidates? And if you have a show, a channel that talks about this stuff, maybe we can watch it on there. But today I really want to focus on the 2020 election. You're getting harassed into voting? Yeah, I saw the text messages. That was funny. And your responses was perfect. Perfect, right? It was precisely what I needed to read. I think it was yesterday. It was amazing. But yo, what's happening with this country, man? And why can't we just agree to disagree and respect each other's differences? Why can't we truly be tolerant, right? If I don't agree with you and what you do I don't like and agree with, I'm not going to hate you over it. We just disagree, all right? My views, many people may not like. That's okay. But whatever views you have that I don't like, I'm not going to hate you over it. Nor will I call you out certain things, right? Like I just like we live in a time now, and let's be real. We live in a time now where if with Black Power and Black Pride, we're trying to, instill Black pride into our people, which I support, right? But let's be real, right? Races like white people can't do that. And there's reasons why. They've been top and been oppressors for so long that for them to do that now, they would do it in a way to continue to oppress. Where Black people, we're trying to do it to get us to a place of equality. My concern is what Are we doing it to bring us to a place of equality? Or are we doing it to bring us to a place where we're trying to tip the scales so now we can oppress our former oppressors? But again, I would talk like this to black people, and they'd be like, "Yo, what are you talking about, man? Like Uncle Tom and all this." No, it's like it's balanced thinking. Like, at the end of the day, I am who I am. I was born the way I was born. I can't control that. But I also am a human, and I have no hate in my heart for anybody. I don't care if you're white, Indian, Asian, North Asian, wherever you were born, it don't matter. Whatever your hair texture is, it doesn't matter. Whatever your skin tone is, it don't matter. I don't care about your nose size, your lip size. I don't care how your eyes are shaped. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter, right? But we, black people have been oppressed so long that we're trying to bring our people to a place where they can have pride in themselves, be successful in this society that was established and built on the backs of our ancestors. So I get it. But if white people were to do it, it'd be a huge thing. It'd be racism. So when I look on my gram, it looks like a straight political battle when scrolling, and everyone's points is more valid than the next. And a lot of times their points aren't more valid. They just, like, I got people in my church, and I'm going to be honest, and some of the people in my church watch this. I've been called names. I've been called like really bad names by the people that I worship with, people that I study the word with. I've been called names, right? On Facebook. Like, if you guys, like, on Facebook, I've been called names by people that claim to love me the way Christ loves me. Shadows Holmes, what's going on? Thank you so much for coming through. I feel you, Shanita. I'm not sure if I necessarily agree with that, but I understand the purpose of why we should. So I definitely I see the purpose, and I can rock with the purpose. Whatever decision we make before we make whatever decisions we make moving forward as a country, we have to be able to live with that decision and know that our children and their children won't regret the decision we made for their future. I agree, because we can mess it up. We can mess it up, right? Like, one of my mother's concerns is the decision-making process that Trump has. He doesn't have a team of people really around him unless they're willing to say yes to him. And Trump has this thought process that he knows best, and what he knows should happen because he knows best. And that's scary, because he can put some things into place that would really hurt our children and our children's children and generations to come. So you're right. And that's my concern about Trump as well. Like, Trump is a leader that thinks he knows best. He's not a leader that wants to serve the American people. He's a leader that thinks he knows what's best for the American people. And that's my fear of Trump. My fear of Biden is that he doesn't really know anything. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. And here's the one thing, though, about Republicans. We know exactly where they're coming from, because their stance have been consistent as long as I've been alive, as long as I've been following politics. Nothing's really changed. The Democratic Party, they change all the time. They change all the time. Okay? We know what we're going to get when we vote in Trump, or if we vote in Trump. We're not really sure what we're going to get if we vote in Biden, because Biden was a prominent figure in the whole mass incarceration of black men. Kamala Harris was instrumental in black men going to jail for life after 3 strikes and all that stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a confident voter this time around. Back in the 1800s, black people had their own land in Florida called Fort Mose. It was later destroyed by Europeans, and those blacks moved to Cuba. Word. Wow. You always have a question, Shanita. Always got a question. Ask your question. Oh, it didn't go off. We got to fix YouTube. YouTube is hating on me. I think YouTube saw the title and was like, we're not going to give Andre any shine today. Let's not send out his notification. But Shanita, what's your question? Please let me know what your question is. Yeah, my mother just responded, I'm so scared for my children and grandchildren's future. This has caused me a certain level of stress. Ma, don't stress, because I'm not stressing out of nothing, right? First off, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you. My faith is in God, not in whoever it is that's elected president. I put my faith in the one that governs the universe, not the one that governs this nation. This nation is small compared to the universe. My faith is in the one and the only one who could govern the universe. Put your faith there, Ma. Everything's going to be straight. Shanita, I'm waiting for the question. Ask it. Yeah, man. I got about 15 minutes left. So listen. Did she ask it? She's a whole social studies teacher. So, yeah, listen, here's what I want to encourage the people in my community, my Harrison extended family. Don't stress out over politics, and don't allow other people's views to cause you to dislike them or think of them in any particular way. Would I vote for Trump? I'm not voting for the lesser of two evils. Like, I probably don't know who I'm voting for until I get to the polls. I'm probably going to go tomorrow morning or early Tuesday before I go to work, because I get to work from home on Tuesday. So I may wake up early, wait online on Tuesday so I can be one of the first ones to vote. But yeah, I'm not a confident voter this year. You know, like, when I struggled also with when President Obama was first elected president. Like, I struggled then too. Like, I wanted to see the first black president, but I didn't think that he had the at the time the experience. But like, I don't think that President Obama did a bad job. So that's why, the second time around I wound up voting for him. But I voted for him actually both times, I think. Yeah. And usually when I vote, I don't remember who I vote for. I go in, I'm like, I'm out. Because people have me believing that it's my duty to vote. No, the only duty I do is in the toilet every day, like clockwork, at 5 p.m. when I get home. That's my duty. I ain't got to do nothing but stay black and die. But listen, after this election, y'all might be mad when I say this. Agree. Hey, you can talk. What about Monday? Well, Monday I work, so I can't go Monday. What global warming? Trump knows more than general doctors. Joe may not know less. However, the most successful leaders in the world, upon the experts guide them. Yes, I agree. After this decision, if I vote for who don't win, I'm not voting no more. Really, Shanita? Like, that's like every bandwagon sports fan out there. Now everybody's a Lakers fan again. If my team don't win, I'm gonna, stop watching sports altogether. Nah. Don't be mad. Just keep voting. Or if you don't want to vote, that's your right to. All right? That's your right to. Do you, sis? There's no need to know it all. I agree. There really isn't no need to know it all. You need to know a lot of people with a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge and leverage their skills and abilities. Agreed. Flat Earth says, my advice to everyone is not to vote because they truly don't care about us. Michael Jackson tried to tell everybody that they don't care about us. But instead, everybody just danced to the song. I'm like, yo, listen to the words and what he's saying. Michael Jackson is speaking knowledge. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. He's trying to tell us. I want to dance. But yeah, but I feel you though. Like, if you don't vote, that's perfectly fine fine with me. I'm not going to think of you any less than a person. I'm not even going to think of you as less than American. We have the right to do something, and we have the right not to do something. I'm exercising my right to do it or not to do it. I have the right to remain silent if I'm getting arrested unjustly, but I'm not going to remain silent. I'm going to let the cops know in a very peaceful manner, you're arresting me because of the color of my skin. if that is the case. Like, I'm not going to be putting it out there if it's not the case. Like, if I'm out there and they caught me stealing from an armored car, a couple of $100,000, and I'm in handcuffs, I'm not going to be like, it's because I'm black, right? I ain't going to do that. But if I'm walking down the street in a hoodie and they pull me over and cuff me, saying I fit the description, then I'm going to be like, it's because I'm black, right? And then I'm not going to exercise my right to stay silent. I'm going to let them know. I enjoy listening to you live while I sip my coffee and pay bills. Yeah, I'm about to go pay bills too. It's the first of the month. Well, tomorrow's the first of the month. I got paid yesterday. Don't you love it when you get paid semi-monthly and the 31st or the last day of the month falls on a Saturday and you get your money a day early? Cha-ching. Yo, I don't care. I don't care what you say. I know you love it. Like if you get paid, or even if you get paid on the end of the month and the 15th, right? If the 15th falls on a Saturday or the last day of the month falls on a Saturday, you get your money that Friday. We know where it's messed up. If the last day or the 15th falls on a Sunday, you get your money a day later. Messed up. Oh, you got paid Thursday? Do you have like an MCU account? Because I'm not. Yeah, so I got an MCU account. And I'm a teacher, so I get paid through the city, right? I get my money like 3 days in advance. Love it. Love it. All right, so Shanita says, I'm serious. I'm done. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. When I voted for Al Gore, Bush won. I voted for Obama. He won, but that was a fluke. That's why I say I think our votes really matter at the local level. Even though they're in national seats, the voting process for Senate and Congress is a local election. It's still pretty local. So they're representing our local state or region. So I'm with you on that. Like if you don't vote for the president, I can't be mad at it. First off, Shanita, you guys agree on a couple of things. Okay, and you agree with him here. You agree. All right? Just say it. Like you liked his idea. You're adapting it to your life. Just say it. Like give the brother some props. He deserves it. Real. I got you, bro. Shanita, give props where props is due. Stop being so prideful. Like that's the problem with you strong, independent black women. You guys can't give the black man credit for when credit is due. Shanita, nah, don't come for me. I'm chilling. I'm kidding. All right, ladies in the chat, I got to add some humor to this. I got to. All right. So I did want to share. Well, let's talk a little bit, and then, like in the last 5 minutes, I want to share what's going to be happening the next couple of months with my YouTube channel. You will never. All right, real. Don't worry about it. In her closet at night, she thinks about how much she agrees with Real Talk 87, but she can't come out of her closet to admit that because her girls, all right? Kenley V, My Life with Nia, It's All Hot Air, all of them will come at her, and then we got sisters like Neek that's going to be like, see, right? Because Neek is like the balancer of the two genders. She's like the median. What? My batteries actually, and I charged my batteries up last night. That's right. Yeah. Yep. So, I did want to also talk about, I'm not sure when I'm gonna do that. I may do a video about response versus reaction, and I think that's just in batteries. You're funny. That's in response to relationships, not just in intimate relationships, but all relationships. The benefits of responding versus reacting. I have a little bit of coffee left. Let me sip this. Yeah. How come I only got like 9 likes? What's up? What's up, man? Hit those like buttons if you're here and you haven't done so yet. All right. So, I'm not sure who I'm voting for. I'm just going to go there, pray. I may do close my eyes and touch the braille and just, whatever pattern, because I don't read braille, whatever pattern feels nice to me, I'm just going to check that. turn it over and just put it in. I don't know. I'm not sure. Monaco, what's up? How you doing, sis? I shouted you out earlier in a good way. Okay. Yeah, so, I don't know who I'm voting for. I may go in and look at the candidates and be like, and just walk out. I don't know. It's my right to do it if I do that. I can do it if I want to. But I don't know. Yeah. But listen, I'm gonna tell you this though. Like, you can be a Democrat, you can be a Republican, you can be an independent, you can be whoever you want to be. In this YouTube community, and if you're a part of the Harrison extended family, all I care about is you, and I don't care so much about your views unless you tell me I'm racist and I think all black people can die. Then we cannot be friends. No. Or anybody, for that matter, can die. Because if you are black and you tell me I think all white people need to die, then we can't be friends. No. If you're a Christian and you tell me all gay people need to die, no, we cannot be friends. Okay. If you are, I don't know, what's pressing today? What are your plans for the Halloween weekend? I'm going to get my hair cut because, as you can see, your brother's in need. My son's going to get his hair cut because he has a picture day this week. And I'm going to chill. I'm not doing much today. I'm going to relax. Tomorrow, I have a carpet in my guest room that needs to come out because so I'm gonna be real with you guys. So since buying the house, the guest room, the carpet, we got it cleaned and it still smells, right? I've been lazy, so I had the door closed. I have a fan in the window, and it's been going continuously 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from the time I got the house to just air it out. Tomorrow, I'm pulling the carpet up, tearing it up, putting it in the garbage, and I got to find out when I'm going to do the floors in that room. Yeah. When my mother comes visit, she needs a place to stay. When my son, my daughter-in-law, and my grandson comes visit, they need a room to stay in. So I want to get that ready for them. Yeah, so that's my plan for the weekend. It's going to be a lot of upset people Tuesday night. I'm not leaving the house. It sure is. You know, and here's my concern also about that. The Democrats, they're going to survive and they're going to move on if Trump's not elected. It is what it is. I mean, if Trump's elected, it is what it is. My concern is if Trump loses, how some of these white people are going to act in the streets. Like, will we be safe if Trump loses? Will Trump, excuse me, it's the gas from the caffeine and stuff. Will Trump encourage violence if he's not elected again? Because then again, that's telling of who he really is as a person and as American. So I'm praying. No, I'm not going to tile it. It's a wood floor. Yeah, so it's a wood floor. And I'm going to probably put carpet in it again. I want all the bedrooms to have carpet, but we'll see. I'd love to help you with your future endeavors and missions. I'd be more happy to do so. Just let me know. All right, cool. Well, how about you be my running mate, bro? All right? Harrison and Z. President. You know what? And you'll be the president. I'll be your VP. We can do that, bro. We can do that. Because first of all, you have military experience. All right? You got a family. Right? Like, husband, wife, and all that. Beautiful kids. Right? You're in law enforcement. All right? And you're a person of color. Like you, Harry, you need to run for president. All right? And I'll help you. I'll be your running mate. Or even if I'm not your running mate, right? Just put me in, make me give me some office in the White House that I can help you. All right. Harry Z for president 2024. All right. I decided not to run. Here's my official my press conference. I've decided not to run for president of the United States in 2024. However, I will be supporting Harry Z's community for his run and hopefully guarantee his victory as president of the United States in 2024. There's my official statement. All right. He's running for president. We got to have his back. All right. That's real. All the Dems are going to do is talk about enough black people who voted. I agree. All right, guys. You see what time it is? I only got a few seconds left before I end this so I can get on with my day and that you guys can get on with your day. If you have not joined the Harrison Extended family and you would like to do so, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and join the Harrison Extended family by subscribing to my channel. Also, like this video. I would appreciate that too. For the next couple of months, several months, I'm going to be taking a break from doing live streams. This has been the one factor that has been contributing to my watch time hours. However, there's some things happening in my life that I really need to focus on. Yeah, my focus is going to be there. I'll be posting occasional videos and staying active with my community tab. So please stay with the channel. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just changing up a little bit so that I can devote my time to places that it really needs to be right now in my life. All right? So, see, we're all voting for you, bro. We're all voting for you. All right? This election has a lot of apathy, and a lot of people are confused on who to vote for. I think more people will abstain, than actually cast a vote. I'm with you on that, sis. I agree. All right, guys. So listen, have a blessed day. If you are going to be out there for Halloween, be safe. I'm not really a Halloween celebrator. I would get candy. Usually I get candy and give candy out to the kids in the community when they come to my house. But Ron is outside. I'm not giving candy to nobody. All right? Especially, if somebody comes to my door with a coronavirus costume, I'm kicking them across the street. All right? I'm winding up, all right? And I'm field goaling them to the next neighbor across the street. Period. No, I really won't do that. That's child abuse. I'm not going to do that. Yes, I'm going to check my email. Did you use my andre.d.harrison@gmail.com email, Ruth? Let me know, and I'm going to check my email. All right. Yeah, so, guys, everybody have a blessed day. Be safe out there. Don't go to any, I'm going to say it, don't go to any big parties, Halloween parties where there's a lot of people, because I'm concerned about the increase of coronavirus cases, and I want you guys all to be safe. All right. I love my Harrison Extended family. All right, guys. Everybody have a good day. If you guys are going live, make sure that you put your. I want to be in your lives if I could. So that's it. So if you're going live today, let me know. And you're done. You're done, Trey. All right. Love you all. God bless. And until my next upload, peace.